Hello, everybody, and welcome into game number 3 of the winner bracket final for the American qualifiers for the Manila Major. My name is Mont. We are here with Grant and Wepos as our observer, and it's Digital Chaos versus Shazam. Pretty convincing first win for DC in game number 1, Grant, and then game number 2, Shazam. It took a little bit of effort, but damn, did they play well.
Yep, they looked insane. TC, I think we talked about outside. TC played immaculately. SVG played immaculately. MSS, no death. Like, it was just an all-around good game. I think from both teams, but I think Shazam found more of what they wanted, found more farm. Like, TC never had downtime. He was either farming in a safe lane, jungle, TPing away from smoke ganks up top and farming, and I think that was the big difference there.
Yeah, that was an insane game from both squads. A lot of good play, but it all really came down to the draft, I think, and we're going to get into our draft for game number 3 right now as we hop into things. So,
ooh, is it a witch doctor?
It is going to be a Slardar Mirana. Shocker for the first 2 picks. Wow, super surprising. We've never seen that one coming, huh, Grant?
Sure haven't, and I can't believe how quick Mirana went from a nothing, a nobody, to being first banned, first pick faced every game now.
He's a good hero. I mean, you saw it. I think it's a lot to do with, well, I think Ags is a big deal, but there's also the arrow to set things up. But Shazam will go for the line again, and Jason, excellent game on the line.
Yeah, this is the first time I think we have, like, every other game we see second pick, you see, like, maybe a Mirana or Fira, and then you just see Slardar Witch Doctor immediately, and this time it's Slardar and then Lion with hesitation.
Yeah, this is...
But Jason, you're right. I wouldn't even say cut. I mean, Lion's just a super good hero, and Jason always plays it. I wonder if Jason's like, they're like, oh, you want to play Lion? He's like, yeah, I guess. Like, as a support, like, sometimes you like doing different, but on Lion, you have potential to be swaggy, though, with the blink hex on somebody trying to away, blink finger,
dude,
like
3-man Earth Spikes like a Ravage coming out.
Wow,
they really like Sand King.
They do, and this is looking like this the first draft, except actually was Slardar.
No, it was Resolution Mirana, remember? And then they had Moo safe lane.
I mean, was Slardar in it at all?
No, it wasn't. No, I think it was. I can't remember.
It was. I think I think DC did that, but now they don't. He was in the offlane. Yeah, he was. And then
it was Resolution. Wasn't Resolution? No, Resolution was playing the Mirana. No, Resolution played Mirana first game.
Yeah.
And then they played Moo, Sand King safe lane, and then they picked Weehaw the.
No, you're right.
What did they pick for him? In the first game.
We just got too hyped last game. Who cares?
Yeah, I can't remember. Listen, it's literally one game. Like, that's how it goes when you cast so much Dota. It's just like after the game that you just casted, everything before that, unless it's like something that is relative to the game that you're casting, just goes out the window. So we'll talk about game number 1 whenever we remember it. But for now, we have Alzheimer's, so that's unfortunate.
Yeah,
so.
And then DC banned the Dragon Knight this time. They're like, wait, we've seen this lineup before. That's who it was. DK was
right, good call.
Yeah.
There you go.
That makes. I was like, wait.
See, that's
Shazam
how
remembers.
That's how it works. It's relevant to the cast when it gets banned out, and then you remember it.
Yeah, thanks Shazam for banning it, helping us out a little bit.
The good old American boys coming out.
That's smart.
Everyone's American, right? They have. Well, TC is Canadian.
Canadian, yeah.
I think everyone else is American.
I'm not sure about
I know
SVG.
I know Fun is American. Yeah. Is SVG American?
I believe he's American.
Okay, so.
Everyone's North American.
4 out of 5 Americans, 5th Canadian.
The top Canadian.
The top Canadian, terrific carry, Tyler Cook.
Tyler Cook.
Whatever you want to call him. Troll Chieftain, I don't care.
He's the man. But slow bans coming out.
Yeah, they're taking their time with this.
I think it's fine. They ban out the MSS Invoker. They ban out the Meepo. I still don't think DC is going to pick it, but it's fine if you don't want to go against it. I mean, just don't even risk it.
If you don't have a way to deal with it, for sure, just ban it out, I think. And that's why they're banning it out. They would have let it go through first game if they had a way to deal with the Meepo, which maybe it's like a Lich or something like that. Maybe it's an Earth Shaker or something. But
we haven't, man, Lich, that hero was picked like the first day, even after the nerf. He was still getting picked the first day, like every game. Now he's not banned or picked. Like, that's just how. That's how like a 4-day event per se goes. Like, Lich goes from the man to nobody. Mirana goes from a nobody to the lady.
And Sand King comes from the nothing to a frickin' whatever the hell he is, a scorpion, I guess.
Yep.
So Sand King has done really well for himself in this tournament so far. They have obviously Moo for Digital Chaos, which I mean he's been playing super well on that Sand King.
He solo killed the Snake King. At level 5, the Snake King Void, he solo killed the Sand King. Oh, Snake King. What are we going to do with you? We going to see him again playing after this game against the loser of this. So there's plenty more North American Dota. If you've enjoyed the one-sided stomps, the massive battles, and the 10-minute good games, then you are in for a treat today.
Because we got a lot of it coming. We do. Might even see another 10-minute GG, depending on who they're playing against.
And there it is. We keep forgetting that bounty is not getting picked in the first phase, it's interesting.
I think like Shazam were like thinking about picking. They're like, ah, damn it.
That could have been it, yeah, because they would have had Jason online and SVG roaming around doing that. I still don't think it's great versus Mirana middle, but obviously Resolution played in the off lane. We've seen it in the carry lane. We've seen it in all 3 lanes, so interesting.
We don't know where Mirana's going. I don't know. Shazam, I feel like they have the slaughter. They want to get more physical. I'm very surprised that the draft for DC didn't work last game. They had so much setup. They had so many disables.
Yep.
You just never find them. It's Beastmaster vision, I feel like it came down to it.
Exactly, and I think what could have came down to that one team fight in the bottom jungle where Moo looked like he was going to blink in and get 4 of them.
Everybody.
And then he only got SVG, so while he did get one guy, SVG's Elder Titan Aura was on him, and they all just, like, everyone just started dying. I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but there's a lot of death.
Yeah, it was all over the place. There's like people running north, south, everyone's going to the river. In the end, Moo was so close to hitting that great call.
Yeah.
I feel like Sand King, to a certain extent, is almost he's kind of got that call-like ability with Burrow Strike. If you find the clumped up heroes, you're good to go. So
and you know, players of this high of level, they know where to blink and where to stun to get, like, not just one hero, to get like 3 or 4 heroes. It's all about angles, all about geometry. Of course, I failed it in 3rd grade, but Elder Titan 3rd pick now.
Worth it. Definitely worth it for Shazam.
It almost feels though like they're doing this now, and they're winning with it. Obviously, they want to win this game, but do you think it's something? If Shazam wins this game, is it something DC considers banning now?
I think so. I mean, if DC go down to the lower bracket, I think they first have to concern themselves with Dragneel because it's not a walkover win. Even though they absolutely destroyed them in the first series.
You know that they're taking notes. There are people who watch replays and they'll watch.
Yeah, but I don't. I mean, the problem is like. That team's so tilty, I feel like, with Mason and Snaking. Yep. I feel like that's why they 10-minute GG'd out. Like, anybody will be like, oh, maybe they just, it's not, BM or anything like that. Maybe they knew they lost. It's just tilt is what it came down to. It's just straight up tilt. So Digital Chaos will concern themselves first if they lose this game. And this is already a big if because we're halfway through the draft. Digital Chaos have a Sand King and Mirana again, so there's an absolutely strong chance
again.
Yeah, and Dazzle. It's pretty much the first draft all over again.
Minus the DK, which they can't get, and
I think
who
that's
was the other support?
IO.
IO, yes. And
which I thought was very good.
A lot of work middle.
Yeah.
It killed MSS. It didn't kill. It killed his hopes and dreams middle.
Yeah, they tried to rotate SVG over to help him out. I think a couple of times, just did not work out for him. So. I don't know if we'll see another IO here for Digital Chaos. I'd be very surprised if we see another IO here, because then who do you pair it with? You'd have to pick up a 5th pick and just be kind of okay with that. But
exactly. And Shazam actually last game. This is the first time they technically ran a tri-lane top, an aggressive tri-lane with an Elder Titan and a Lion.
That was sick.
Interesting.
Aggressive tri-lane
with
because
Mirana too.
They would hit the stomp because Moo didn't have his boots or just wasn't in the right position. Like they dove the tower essentially. Like they were as close to the tower as you could get. And got that kill with Moo going down. Darkseer comes out for Shazam. That is a pretty good combo. The Iron Shell on the Slaughter, the Surge to help out to get into position. Vac Wall, very good high ground defense, obviously, for a team fight if necessary. Combos very well with the Elder Titan, the Vacuum into the Stomp, into the Earth Splitter, which is a really good combo.
I think Darkseer versus Sand King is a matchup they want to take. There might be a lot of lane swap in the beginning because... I mean, Darkseer and Sand King both go against each other. Caustic Finale hurts Darkseer. Darkseer's Iron Shell hurts him. And
he's got like the double Iron Shell.
We haven't seen Darkseer in a while, actually.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of this has to do with you want to be able to do stuff at level 6. Not that Darkseer can't, but he is best utilized when he's in levels 9, 10, and 11.
Compared to like a Beastmaster who can just do stuff
let me get level 6 and
just
roar you. It's fine. I have level 3 Boar. It's already doing a ton of damage to you.
Yeah, what this does tell us, so Slardar will be playing the carry. And Darkseer, I mean, we don't know if it's carry lane or if they aggro tri-lane.
Are they going to aggro tri-lane? Exactly. Are they going to aggro tri-lane, give Darkseer a solo safe lane matchup? It's going to come down to musical lanes and who's going to guess what's going where. Like, who's on first type of thing.
Exactly. And so that means DC is still...
Wow.
And they just do it. It's not an elimination game, but it is a game 3, and we see Spectre
That's so surprising to me because of the fact that there could be an aggro tri-lane, and you know how bad a Spectre is in that situation and how often Spectres have failed to farm because of it. So it comes down to the rest of the team making space. They have a Dazzle, so keep it a bit safe.
This is interesting. Both teams have a strange type-ish lineup.
What do you think about the Spectre, man? I don't know.
I think It's interesting because Resolution's been playing the Mirana, but he's technically their hard carry player,
Right.
which would be Spectre, which means we would maybe see Weehaw middle
Mid.
Mirana or Weehaw Spectre. I mean, they can switch it up. They're like one of those teams who do
It's like
have
TC and
multiple things.
MSS,
Yeah.
to the same extent.
Yep. And they still think it's going to be another off-lane Mirana or something because they ban out Puck, which I was actually they need some sort of hard carry middle. I think Shazam, my bad.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
a
Shazam
TA
do.
or
Yeah, they
something
do.
like that. Ember.
It's not going to be Ember. What
It
is
won't be.
MSS's hero going to be? They've banned out a lot of mid heroes, I feel like, too.
They have.
Alex gone. Meepo could play mid. Puck's gone. Now you obviously have the Invoker
This
ban,
is
the
what-
Ember Spirit ban.
Yep, second pick's good because there's so many good heroes now. The first pick's better for second pick because you can see what they pick. They consider Emba. Then you get two picks, and now you get to counter their last pick. So second pick, I think it got super buffed in the last patch.
Yeah, I
because
like that change a lot.
of CM modes. Yeah, exactly.
Well, for DC, they're going to go ahead and
6 seconds left.
5 seconds on reserve time. This is a very long draft. Not that I'm complaining. It's very interesting. Lena coming out for
Weehaw
Digital
Lena,
Chaos.
That's Weehaw hero then.
Wow. So they're going to run this kind of as an offlane Mirana,
Wait.
4-position Sand King perhaps, or maybe a roaming Mirana support could be a possibility.
Actually, I have no clue how to do this. Yeah, this is a weird
we have to
draft.
wait and see who picks up what hero. And even then, I'm not sure. I'm not sold on it.
Because Weeha's obviously their prime Lena player, but that would mean it would be a support Mirana.
It
or
could be a
Sand
support
King.
Lena, too.
Yeah, but
We
then
honestly have
yeah.
no idea how this
Yeah.
draft's going to end up.
Exactly. I think we know Moo is going to play Sand Kings, what it feels like, and that's all I know. Miz around
Oh,
Dazzle,
my
and there it
lord.
is,
A
the
Lone Druid
TC.
mid?
I think that's TC Lone Druid middle.
And MSS playing the
Yes.
Slardar in an aggro lane, perhaps?
I like it. I think we're seeing.
And they
we're
just
seeing
pick.
some.
They
yeah.
just picked. DC are thinking about it, like, okay, what are we doing here? And it is going to be Weehaw Lena.
Oh.
And
And
so
it
that's a Misery Mirana, which he's very good at.
We have not seen a support Mirana since this new thing in a while. I think we saw it a few
Yeah.
in other regions. Not in NA. They've been playing it Midas.
I
Ag.
like the support Mirana because if you have set up for the arrow, I think it's fine. It's just as good as it was before.
Yeah.
So why not pick it up?
And if they do try to, if it was a Slardar line ET tri-lane versus a Mirana Sand King Dazzle, that I think it's a crazy tri-lane first off. Or
This
I
is
mean, with Spectre.
this is a heck of a draft. Lots
It
of
is.
mind games coming out from both teams, really. And in particular, Digital Chaos. They're like, okay, we're going to pick up a Mirana Sand King. All right, Mirana's going to be carried. Just kidding. No, it's not. It's going to be offlane. Just kidding. No, it's not. It's like, what are you doing? DC just decided to go in a completely different direction as we head into game number 3. It is not all on the line for either of these squads. It is the winner's bracket, but a spot in the grand finals awaits for those of the who that win this particular matchup between these two squads. Shazam, obviously the underdogs in this particular matchup. DC going down in their first game of the tournament. That is right. They were 11-0 up until that point. I believe it was 11-0.
Yes, I believe so.
And now they are 11-1 after a close game, but a loss nonetheless. We'll see how things swing out as we jump into the game. Moo is going to be smoked up right from the get-go with Soxa, and they're going to try to go for an initiation here at the top rune spot. Jason not having any of it. Soxa's still smoked. He's actually about to pop. No, we'll get out in time.
Wow.
He's just right on the edge of that smoke breaking.
This could be the first level
Oh.
1 fight we've seen. Well, I'm scared for both teams right now.
Yeah, this is dangerous. You have Astral
They see
Spirit.
him. They see him now from the hill. So, who's gonna back down? Who's gonna go to the bottom rune? Like, okay, we'll go to the bottom rune.
They
Looks
see
like,
Soxa right now. They know that he's up there.
well, at least, and the bear is gonna scout them all out.
Who's
Oh,
going to come through? TC is way too
Whoa.
far forward. They hit the arrow into SVG, but they're going to protect him. It looks like they're going to run up. Here's the Spectral Dagger. SVG has tangos to heal back up if need be. And it looks like it will be the bottom rune going for Shazam. The top rune being
Jason's in a
taken
lot
by
of
TC.
trouble.
And Jason is getting chased down. He's already used his Earth Spike. He will have to regen up, but he will not give away a first blood. That could have been dangerous for Shazam, but they play it right, I think, for the most part.
I think so. DC, obviously, like we said when they had the Mirana sinking last time, they have so many stuns. You can't fight into them. And pause. Oh, that's the first pause I think we've seen in this series.
Could you guys see the arrow? I actually couldn't.
I didn't see it.
I couldn't see it.
Arrow cosmetic is bugged. Damn.
I'm pretty sure it was.
So what?
Misery's got he's got that special bow from Valve that was gifted to him. I don't know. That's
Oh.
funny. Put your glasses on.
And we might see if we don't see an arrow again. Maybe we might have to reconnect, or we'll see. We'll see. What the
Can they do
players
like a
say.
gentleman's arrow? Like just shoot one mid and he's like, hey, can you see this?
And then they're like, can we remake? I'll use declared. No, never mind. We didn't agree to it.
I don't think there's a reload function yet in Reborn.
There's not. I mean, what would it? It's not
Did
the worst
anything
if they
actually
reload
change?
right now, but
Nothing really changed. I
No,
mean,
Reborn's still
wards have been
Garbo.
placed.
yeah,
All right, I'm really concerned about how this
me too.
progresses. Because I don't think I saw the arrow, but I don't want to say anything.
Me either.
Because I can't be sure.
Well,
I'm going to watch Misery exclusively. Wetboss can keep observing. I'm going to watch Misery exclusively for like the next 10 minutes of this game.
let's see if he sees an arrow. Well,
Yeah.
hopefully not 10 minutes. I think he'll shoot off an arrow before that. We're going to see
Probably.
go, so.
All right, here we go. We're going to jump into the game, and it's going to be a aggro dual lane, it looks like, for Digital Chaos with the Spectre up here trying to dodge what seems to be an aggressive tri lane. SVG's going to block for mid for now, and you'll see Jason heading up top. So it's going to be MSS up here in a dual lane. It looks like to be an off-lane Brax for right now. They've done a good job, I think, figuring out what these lanes are, at least for Shazam. Maybe that's what they wanted to do all along, but I don't know.
And here we go. He's going to shoot an arrow right when these creeps spawn, I think, so we'll be able to see.
Hold on a second. Misery. Oh, I
Okay.
can see it. We're good. All right,
yeah,
cool.
maybe
Nothing to worry
Shazam
about.
lied to us. They maybe freaked out DC the mind games.
Yeah.
Who knows? You take any advantage you can get.
DC feeling good after they asserted their dominance over that top rune spot. And then Shazam slowing it down.
And here we go. So it is Brax versus the Darkseer versus the Sand King. I don't
But he's
like
going to
the
get
name
some
here.
help, though, with
Yes.
SVG.
SVG doesn't really do much here. Maybe he just wants to get that level 2, get that stomp down here.
I think so. That stomp is, like, critical.
Yeah. And now he's TPing top.
All right, well, that's fine. Arrow coming in. TC, I think he saw it that time.
Yeah.
And he's probably going to be like, all right, we're good to go, guys. Top lane, Soxa, Earthspike's going to come through. MSS gets off the Slithering Crush. Soxa, there's the Spirit. He's going to grave himself. He's going to try to TP away. No bashes. I don't think they could bring him down. They're trying to turn their attention to Resolution. Good TP that does force out a lot for Dazzle, though. He
Yeah,
doesn't have to use too much regen, but he does use a TP. Meanwhile, the Courier on the Dire side gets sniped by Misery from the backside. It had nothing on it, but that is huge.
Yeah.
That is, TC might not get his bottle, but still. Burrow Strike down bottom. Brax is going to work on these Iron Shells with the, of course, Creep Wave going down. He's actually creep cutting already, but the Caustic Finale is kind of hurting him. But that is a huge pickup with that Courier kill, Grant.
Yeah, it is. That poor Jason, he just wanted to bring in some wards and a perfect rotation by Marana, and Marana picks off the chicken easily.
That is not a great start. And if that went from First Blood to not First Blood and losing your Courier.
Yeah, exactly. And luckily, it isn't a bottle hero mid. He still can't get his Quelling his Aura Venom, but at least it's not like someone who needs a bottle.
They also buffed the respawn time for Couriers.
Yes.
I think it's 130 now or something like that.
Because it's going up at 110, so
Yeah.
quicker.
So it's not terrible, but it's the gold that gets you. That already gives almost 1,000 net worth advantage for DC, and not to mention they're doing well in their lanes. Weehaw having a great time mid. Unsurprisingly on this Lina, he is a very good Lina player. He has a good couple of core heroes that he could play well, and this is one of them.
Yeah, I remember we watched him versus HFN's Veno middle, and Weehaw just crushed him, destroyed him, yeah.
They're set up for a fight top. It is an aggressive tri lane versus defensive tri lane now, and I feel as though Shazam have the better opportunities here. Resolution's going to get hit up. Soxa, they're going to look for him. They do not want that Grave to get off. There's the Ear Spike, and this should be First Blood. They hit up SVG with an arrow, and there's just too much. There's too much aggression coming out from Shazam right now.
Yep.
SVG did take a couple of right clicks in the meantime, but still, Shazam get on the board first.
Yeah, and we tied the stuns. It feels like that's what we've been talking about. Whoever has the stuns wins, and that's a 3-stun lane
Yeah.
versus 0, because Marana's been roaming middle. He finally comes top. He might have to sit here, and that's super good for TC if he doesn't have to worry
If
about
they
that.
keep him off the map,
Yeah.
it's really, or at least on the map and know where they are, then I think that's a very good sign for Shazam, even if they're not farming well.
Yeah.
We know what Lone Druid could do, given room and given a little bit of creeps. Meanwhile, bottom, Brax is just getting zoned out by Moo. Experience-wise, it should be even. It's just about.
Reasonably even, yeah.
Brax should have enough for his Iron Shell. I think he's going to get it on the Courier here. Picks up the Soul Ring recipe, or rather, that's what I meant, the Soul Ring.
The Iron Shell and the Courier. I just hit the wall. I got so excited. And yeah, Weeaw's winning the CS battle for middle, but of course, I mean, it's not like a Syllabear. He's gonna catch up. He's gonna get a Midas. He's gonna get a Radiance. Like, as long as he is not getting utterly destroyed,
And
which
he's not.
he's not. Then I think they're fine with this. He
I mean,
hasn't died.
He's
either.
3 CS behind. He's actually denying more creeps than Weehaw is. So in that regard, he's doing pretty well.
SVG's getting
Ooh, gets the Invis rune. He steals it from Weehaw.
Nice.
He had a full bottle, though. And DC, the Marana, did pick up the bounty, so Brax is unfortunate in that regard.
That's still good. Still, 'cause if it was any other rune besides Invis, I think he might have been dead as well. Weehaw would have just chased him down. He did have boots first, though, so.
Would have been tough. Either way.
Resolution's like, wait, there's a guy invisible. We can't go on him.
SVG, that's a sentry.
Oh, yeah, and look at he sees it. He sees him get micro, too.
Yeah, so SVG knows there's a sentry there. 2 sentries placed just to make sure there's no lane wards coming out for the Dire team.
Misery still moving around, but TC level 5 along with the Lina, so.
And he's very far behind the tower, so there's no chance for an arrow setup until this wave pushes out. But Weehaw will get a couple of Right clicks off onto the tower because, of course, he has that 1-point fiery soul, which is nice.
Yep, it is. Man, I'm scared. Remember we saw, I still just go back to that Weehaw Lena versus the Veno, and like we're like, oh, Veno does pretty damn good versus Lena, and watching him just pull it apart was pretty fun to watch.
I mean, that's just Weehaw, I think.
Yeah, it is. He is.
When he turns it on, he turns it on. There's an observer ward, by the way, that is going to scout out Jason walking up and down.
Both of them have wards. You see, obviously, the Mirana ganks from that hill won't get spotted, and most of the action seems to just be going on top, and it's slowed down a little bit because Resolution's like, well, I'm not going to farm, but I don't want to die either.
I mean, I think that's okay. This is something we often see from, and I'm going to call an SEA team into example, but this is something we often see from Fnatic. You put your Spectre in a kind of rough position, and you make sure your other cores get farmed.
Yep.
Then the Spectre haunts, and she gets like an urn.
Yep.
And then phase, then after you get those urn and phase, you start to kind of snowball a little bit further, and you get room to farm. But
Yep, and I think that's what the bad man Spectre in Europe did to get to 8K. He did the same kind of thing. He didn't care if he got farmed, but he would come in.
Resolution. There's the Earth Spike. Looking for Sox. They want to stomp. They're going to find it. No. Crush goes. Now the stomp will come out. And I don't know if they have... Oh, the Hex does give them enough damage. Resolution might even fall here. He's in trouble. The Spectral Dagger will go. And they get another great Earth Spike from Jason into the stun from MSS. Now, it's fine that you don't get farmed. It is not fine to give away 2 free kills like that.
It is not. That is... The stun's 3-stun lane is just destroying. Man, that was perfect patience from them, too. Like, did you see the Spectre? Like, they didn't want to throw out the stomp from SVG because he was about to dagger out, and he never did, and then he got caught out, and wow. And a perfect Hex, like you said. He almost got the grave off, but Jason was there to say, no, sir.
SVG is... I would imagine there's a ban on Elder Titan in the next series if they do play one.
I can't imagine how one person... Probably a lot of people don't even know. Like, you ask maybe Europeans are watching this.
Zynos.
Like, Zynos. But they're like, who's SVG? And Elder Titan's a bad hero. Why is he playing? And then they look on Dota Buff, and he's like 25-0 or something with, and you're like, oh, huh. That's crazy,
He's
though.
pretty good.
He is.
He's about to get his Tranquils. He's looking for a roam on mid. He'll drop an Observer Ward down. Weehaw is now actually getting out CS by the Lone Drib. He did go to the jungle for a fair bit, so he's up to 1,400. That Midas recipe's right around the corner, but here we go. Mirana's setting up. She's going to drop a ward behind the tower and actually get some good vision on his Shazam, and they're going to have a lot of heroes rotating in. Moo looking for a Burrow Strike, maybe an Epicenter initiation, but here comes the bear, and they know it, and there's an Observer Ward as well. They see exactly where Moo is positioned, so they know something's up, and looking how far back TC is, he knows that this is happening. But lots of good wards placed around by Misery, and none of them were spotted out by any of the Dire Vision.
Yeah, that's a perfect way to come back into a game. Get wards so you don't get ganked, or you yourself get some ganks. And look, like Misery's just sitting on their side of the map, uncontested, and finally just Arrows of Cream goes away. Who's looking for an arrow on that?
Stomp bottom lane, Resolution. Well, he's getting hit by the Iron Shell and healed up, and they won't be able to dive the Iron Shell because of it hitting. Turns off the Stomp, unfortunately. Otherwise, it might have been a kill setup at the very least. It would have been close because they had Sox there with Grave. But
they rotated Spectre Bomb. Do you see maybe Slarda rotating Bomb as well? Or is they just going to leave Brax down here with his level 4
Is his full armlet coming out? Yes.
Yeah,
then probably. I think you send him down there, you just start fighting.
Look at Moo. They have vision of him. That's the best part, man. Like, you always know where Moo's at. Anyone when you're amp damage. People, it's like a... I wouldn't even call it poor man's track because it gives them minus armor. It doesn't give you gold, but easier kills.
Yeah, way easier kills.
I feel like I just babbled for like 10 seconds there. I don't really know what I was saying.
You went down to another dimension.
Yeah, I did. I was on.
See you later, Grant. You'll be back in a moment, hopefully.
Yeah, we see it. Wow, TC is still gonna get a 9-minute hand of Midas too. It looks like he has the recipe. All he needs are those gloves of haste.
And he's gonna get it probably not off this creep wave, off the next one though. He should have it. It's gonna be close.
And SVG sitting here, he's like, I'll defend my boy.
He's like, I really need you to get that Midas.
Yes, please.
It's very important that you get that Midas. Down bottom, it looks like there's some aggressive play from Brax. He's gonna get Spectral. He's got the usage of the Surge. He's waiting for it though, as the arrow's gonna come through, and he is done. He might get the kill on Resolution. The heal's gonna come out. No, SVG cannot do this alone. They need more help.
Here? Oh, MSS
here is MSS. He's sprinting up and looking, but Sox is already TPing out. Misery and the rest of the DC crew are out of here. Resolution's gonna go back in for this farm, and MSS decides to head towards mid instead. And they saw, they might have seen the TP. I don't think so. I don't think that ward caught the TP vision.
Yeah.
They will see him mid, though, with this Observer Ward.
It's interesting. We see Weehaw just getting his mana boots up. And he can get killed. Jason is almost 6, or is he? He is 6. Jason can just blow up anyone he wants right now. We might see a smoke gank. He does have a smoke, so we'll see what he wants to do with it. And he has mana boots. Jason is quite rich this early.
Yeah, it helps that he got the first blood.
Yes.
That's the reason why he's so rich.
Assisted in so many kills.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you win games of sports, ladies and gentlemen. Just go out there, support your teammates, roam on, get kills, do a defensive tri lane if you actually know how to communicate with people.
Which most pubs don't.
They
So don't actually do it.
Don't do it.
We lied.
Just do a 2-1-1 or something.
Oh, and that's a 3-man gank coming from Sand King, Marana, Dazzle, and TC could be in trouble.
He's in a lot of trouble. They're going to TP an SVG. They think they know something's coming. A scan right now would be critical, but it's SVG that gets caught instead, and he should fall. He's going to stomp up. He'll get it off. He's got 22 HP. The Haunt comes in, and Resolution just finds that last hit. Well, it's SVG at least going down, but they give the kill away to Resolution, which is huge for DC. It's that they needed to get him back involved. He's at 33 last hits. It's not bad, but that kill helps a lot.
But that's definitely Shazam definitely wanted that a lot more than their lone Druid dying, so they're not mad about it. And it forced the Spectre to come middle while Brax can push bottom and MSS can push top. So
they will get the tier 1 tower mid, though. That's the thing. So it's a kill and a tier 1 tower, where they're not really getting that much tower damage on the opposing tier 1s. Brax he doesn't hit very hard.
He's socking, but
I mean, and even MSS, he has a slow attack speed even with his armlet.
Yep. They need that Syllabear there to do it, but he's just farming, and that's what he needs to be doing.
I mean, yeah, exactly. This is a lone Druid. You farm long enough, you get the Radiance, you get big enough that you can't be dealt with. Down bottom, they're going to go with the Spectral. Weeha has been, well, at least just destroyed.
But they could be feeling cockier, and Jason does have his ult, and he's level 7, so we might see.
Are they really going to try to go on this?
They could definitely kill Resolution if they want.
Do they know something's up? Resolution is very far back.
No creeps either side. We see pings coming out. They see where TC's at because it's, like you said, perfect warding by oh no, that's actually, yeah, they both have a ward there. Perfect warding by Misery.
I'm surprised. I don't know what made Resolution and Sox it back so much, but they do not feel confident. Maybe it's the fact that nobody's farming top. That's probably the reason why. Here comes the sprint, and they'll just probably try to put some pressure on this tower.
If they're looking.
Trade for tier 1s. This is definitely in favor of DC if they can get this, but already TPing up top is going to be Brax. He'll Iron Shell the creep wave and make this a little harder for Moo and Misery to take down, who both hit like wet noodles. So,
yep. Gonna try to get Calstain. And oh, we actually see him. They find Pearl. Jason can't quite. Maybe if he had that wind lace like he did last game, they might have caught him, but can't quite do it. They do. They kill the tower bottom for free with TC. Well, towers go down a lot quicker when you have a Syllabear with you.
Demolish is a good ability, ladies and gentlemen.
It sure is.
33% spell resistance on a Spirit Bear that's already inherently tanky.
Yep. We see Weeha, though. Doesn't look like he's getting at the 14-minute Bloodstone like he did last time, but he is getting close to it already. Soul Ring point booster as well as the energy booster from Arcane Boots.
Yeah, he's getting there.
He's a machine. Scan
comes out. I think that is a Radiant scan. No, it's a Dire scan.
Yep. And they don't see anyone, so TC knows he's safe, at least for now.
They scanned just to make sure there was no smoke there, because they have vision of that Observer Ward.
Ooh, and Morant, nice. Just like we saw, when Brax had no clue to know they're there, just good game sense, and he backs out from the Moonlight Shadow.
He's died twice. He hasn't had necessarily the best start for a Darkseer.
Look at how far Moo's looking.
They went real deep for that kill, and they couldn't quite get there. Now they know SVG is over. They know a couple people are over towards that tier 2 tower.
Look at this Radiant Ward.
Don't smoke here. Do not smoke here. Okay, they didn't smoke. Well, they're probably about to smoke, and they know they're going to smoke. Yeah, there's a good chance that the rest of DC saw that, so Shazam's smoke is not going to be fruitful, I don't believe, but at least gives room for TC to continue to at least farm and push down bottom.
And Resolution, look at he's kind of standing there. Oh, if only you had this one, you wish you had a blink online, but no blink on MSS. Only 300 away. That's when they become scary. MSS can just start stunning everyone.
Resolution might show himself here.
He might.
Nah, yeah, no.
He's pretty hidden now.
No, he's going even deeper in the trees. I'd say he might show himself. That's absolutely not happening.
He is quelling very far.
Even if Shazam only get wards out of this, I still think it's a success, especially if they get the tower. I don't think they will, but...
Yes, and some insane warding by both teams. I don't think any wards have been countered. They've been in strange spots. Of course, the Dire Ward's not really a strange spot, but a lot of warding coming out.
And now Shazam will show themselves. So the push top will commence and continue, and they'll finally get that tier 2 tower, but it will be at the behest of a tier 2 tower bottom lane.
Yeah, this is interesting to see. Shazam's actually in the 5-man push lineup that DC's scared to take, because I don't think we have a Blink Dagger on Sand King. He went with the Aetherlens first again.
Yeah. I don't think he wants to fight yet.
I'm not sure that's the right call this game, but definitely doesn't hurt. He wants to get pickups, and it's a 3-3
Misery?
game.
Is he going to get Hexed Unfingered? Oh, Jason just solos him. That's a free 368 gold. Okay, he'll take it.
And there's 4 kills on Shazam's side, and Jason is on a killing spree. He's
involved in all 4 of them.
Yes, he is the man, I believe is what we say.
Yeah. And here we go. Roche, it should fall pretty quickly with amp damage when it gets put back on after refreshing the spell shield.
Yep.
And
maybe. There we go.
no natural order just yet for the Elder Titan, but it's coming out. Guess who's coming in, though? It's Sox. He's going to weave this. That's going to make that annoying.
Yeah, does they have vision of? But I think they know they can't. I mean, they're like, wait, we see yellow top, and they're taking a lot of damage. Weeha's actually going to take a tier 2. And
yeah, I think so. But they traded a tier 2 for this Roche, and they already got the tier 2 bottom for Shazam.
Yeah. I still think DC takes this trade. It sucks that someone's going to get an Aegis, but you got a tier 2 out of it. And Weeha with farm, he could start styling on people.
MSS needs to leave like immediately.
And he does, yeah.
There's that Bloodstone for Weeha. This is where it gets interesting.
Yeah, and look at how even this game is. Only 500 experience for the Radiant, and like even gold. That is about as close as he gets right now.
This graph is literally at 0, maybe like 10 going the way of DC at this point. Yep, it's very close. Ward's going to be dropped down. It looks like TC. No, not TC. It was actually Soxa pinging that out and saying TC's here. They don't know the Ward's here. Shazam need to be careful with where this Lone Druid is. He has the infused range drop, which might actually keep him alive.
That's something. We haven't seen much of it lately, but it works.
By the way, he's got 2.7k gold, so...
We saw him go for the Vlads last time he played it, but it looks like he is going for the Radiance this time. And Misery takes up the Midas. So we're going to see maybe a Midas Aghanim support Mirana. Why change up the build, even as a support?
It's going to take a little longer, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's for sure.
He is not giving any room. Weeha is farming top, jungle, mid. He's farming a lot. That's the scary thing, though. Like, the reason it's even goals because Weeha's farming so much. And what if he just dies once? That is a lot of net worth gone from your team.
Scan comes out, looking for somebody on the high ground here towards the Roche pit, and they won't find anything. It was a good. So scans have missed this game, all of them, I think, for the most part. Which is, you look at the last game and how many scans actually hit and how much they did.
I feel like they were on last game. Like, scans were doing a bunch. This game, it's just normal. And Jason actually only 400 from Bling. I think that's huge. He can literally initiate on anyone he wants at that point.
And they have MSS to help out as well. Still no treads. He's got the Aegis. It's a very, very casual game. Very, what's the word I'm looking for? Passive game for a
passive game. Even though 2 tier 2 towers are down by like 15 minutes, it's a weird game. For
Doesn't this benefit? Well, I'd say this would benefit the Lone Druid if there wasn't a Spectre in the game. The Spectre is not.
I think it's still
farmed.
It benefits the Lone Druid to the fact that Lone Druid comes online 100 times quicker. Oh, and they do get the stun up on Brax, and I think Brax is.
He's going to surge himself away, but he's still slowed up.
Yeah.
The arrow's going to come through, and he's going to try to punch Resolution, but in the end, gives up a kill, and Resolution now close to 2.5k, and so that Relic is getting there at some point here in the near future.
I think the biggest thing is when TC, he has his Relic now if he wants. When he gets Radiance, I think they go for a 5-man, and that's when it benefits him mostly. And they need to get it before Spectre gets like 3 items. And if he's just now getting his Radiance, Shazam still has plenty of time. It's going to be interesting, though. Brax has a mech. Has mana boots. He's farmed reasonably slow, but they can still team find. Look at middle lane.
Oh, MSS was looking for it, but now the counter initiation. He's got Aegis. I don't think you commit too much to this. They burn it. The Bear's starting to get hit up as well. I think you back now immediately if you are MSS. Arrow's going to hit. He's in trouble. The Weave will come out. They need some help. There's going to be the Savage Roar.
Nice.
The Stomp comes out to stop it. There's the Burrow Strike in. Epicenter's not going. The Heal Bomb will get the kill onto MSS. A missed initiation does that much work. Grants them 2 kills, 1 Aegis, 1 actual death. They'll trade their tier 1 tower away for it, but Shazam are probably not happy with that particular instance. Oh, and they stopped the Bear keeping home. Wow. Won't get the kill on it, though.
Oh, whoa. We have an Earth Splitter going up on Moo.
Can they kill him? LSA to zone him out and any further aggression?
Yeah, I guess just stop him from pushing middle. Just get out of
TC had to resummon after because he really did not want to give away the Bear, and he wanted to be able to fight with it.
Yep, exactly. But he'll have his Radiance in about 500 gold now.
This game's getting ever so close. While that was all happening, the Spectre commences and continues to farm with 3,500 gold in the banks. The Relic for him is coming out pretty soon. I think that's huge, I'd say. But the smoke for Shazam, this might change everything. No vision this time to grant DC any knowledge of this actually happening, and their scan is still down. And they have an Observer Ward that's going to scout out Resolution. They know that he's there. This could be a huge kill.
No.
Blink in, Earthspike comes out. There might be a finger. Will they even need it? Absolutely not. They take him down. That is a gigantic pickup for Shazam.
Yeah, it is. And they might know the ward's there now, but that's the best ward you've ever played.
Yes,
kill the
worth
Spectre
it immediately.
Yep.
That's huge.
Yes, it is. What? They're not going to get anything out of it, though. They're just going to farm, and they are going to have the Radiance on Bear, I believe. Yes, sir. Flying it out right now.
So they shut down the Spectre's ratings for at least a little bit. Wait, did he not have it?
He definitely has it. So now I guess he does them.
Oh, yeah, I think he's sending the bear back to get it. Yeah, he's sending the bear back to get it. I think the recipe's in the
Oh,
base.
it's just sitting on the ground. I was like, it's
base.
on his I'm just dumb.
Yeah. It's okay.
Curse my low IQ gaming.
Scan comes out. That is a Shazam scan, I believe, and they know exactly where DC are.
There we go. That's what we were just talking about. They're back on point with those scans.
Shazam get an instance where they lose MSS. They get a little too aggressive at that Tier 1 tower, but they don't care. They just kill Resolution bottom, and that's fine.
Yep. What do you think MSS goes for now? He has the normal, the blink armlet. Does he go for? We've seen actually like next item heart. So after it, we've seen ACs. He gets the treads.
I like heart, but I also like AC against
or BKB even. But
BKB is probably your best bet against all this magical damage and disable. Do they have anything that goes through BKB? No. Except for Laguna Blade, which with Aghanim Scepter, but that's later on.
Not gonna have. We actually don't see Lena's getting it that often anymore until way late.
And I mean disables anyway, so it's not even really prevalent in this point. I think BKB is probably your best option if you're MSS at this point. But he picked up his Trez first just to be a bit tankier. Bear top lane might go down. Do they have a resummon? I think they do. Might have to use it here. Air's gonna come out. Resummon it.
No, you can't anymore. You can't resummon the Baron. It's taking damage. Yeah, I was flamed hardly last time I said that, so I recall now.
There's so many changes in Dota 2, honestly. It's tough to keep up.
It is. Thank goodness for so many people who can cuss and call you bad words and names and tell you, and then you remember, you're like, thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, no diggity, 420.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
We got it. You don't have to tell us a million times.
Or you could. It's up to you.
Yeah, if you really want to, that's on you. That was some lag that is going on.
And look at, they're just going to push into bottom.
They're going to find Resolution. The finger comes out. They're going to get the kill onto him almost instantly. They can't save him. LSA's not there in time. Moo's actually going to get hexed up as well.
And
they have the Spirit Snare going now. There's going to be the Aether Lens. MSS still in trouble. They use Laguna. It's a 1-for-1 exchange. Still pretty good. They get the mech off, but it's too late to save that of MSS on the Slardar. 1-for-1 exchange in the end, but it is definitely worth it if you are Shazam.
Yep.
Stopping that Radiance timing.
Yep, they do, and they get a little bit of damage on that tower. That they didn't have vision quick enough. We saw a ward get placed down like right in front of the tower finally after the Moonlight Shadow, but I think that could have been a lot better if they had the sentry down early.
And they didn't maybe invest into a gem for Shazam.
They might be doing that.
I don't know who's going to pick it up. Maybe Lion, maybe SVG on the Elder Titan.
Yep, I think someone needs to get him. Looks like Darkseer is going to be getting a blink. He could pick up his Guardian Greaves now if he wants, but he has.
I think Blink's probably better in this position.
Yep. We haven't seen a wall. We haven't seen a wall yet. That's a little different black hole though. It doesn't completely change like the game. Like
or an epicenter though.
Yeah,
but that's the thing.
That's
like where are the big team fight ultimates? Both teams are playing so passively and cautiously that we haven't seen them. It's just like pick and then boom, you're out.
Yep.
And Jason is looking for yet another one. And he's going to have some help from Mojo Stormstout coming in. We're going to start out with a Blink stun. Oh, he missed! Can they still get this kill? They're going to put the amp damage on. There's the Slitherine Crush. Do they have Finger? It's on cooldown. Resolution getting bashed up. He's going to need some help. They have the Spirit coming in. Stomp. They need one more right click, and they can't find it. And they lose MSS as well as Jason again. Oh, my Lord. That missed Earth Spike. The one flub that Jason makes, and that is huge for DC.
Yep, the one mistake he makes, they just missed the kill. They could have killed Spectre and got out, but instead Weehaw rotates around and just kills both of them, and he has 17 charges on his Bloodstone. So even if you kill him in a fight, he'll be right back. Wow,
that's never a good sign.
Yeah, now we have a 4-staff coming out from the Sand King, so they have a lot of movement. DC is actually, all the heroes besides Spectre are coming in line, which just helps Spectre come
that
online.
might actually be, I don't want to say game losing, but
it's game changing.
Still a good bit of defense for Shazam. We talk about high ground defense with back wall, with the Elder Titan.
Yep.
It's on DC to do that. We're not even at that stage of the game. Really, the next point of contention is probably Roche.
Yep.
And the Tier 1 tower top, which would be nice, but Resolution's been keeping that pushed out. Still no Radiance.
Yep.
Still waiting to get that, but there is an Aghanim Scepter for Misery, who is a support Mirana.
And he still gets that before 24 minutes, Midas Ags. And we see Bear actually. Looks like he's going for Pipe.
Oh, this Spirit is going to go out of the Roche Pit as it respawns. That could have been pretty big.
It could have. They just saw right now. Maybe he's going to go check right now anyways. Oh.
Get in there. You're the haster. Takes you half a second to check it. Come on now.
And they will not. Ouch. They must have. Maybe they typed it out wrong because he missed by like half a second. Who knows?
That's unfortunate.
And now Resolution.
Jason
only about 500 gold away.
They're going to find Brax. He's in trouble. He's got mech back down to the low ground, but still taking hits. Getting stunned up, I think, by the arrow. Brax goes down. They're finding pick after pick. And this is going to give the opportunity for them to go to the tier 2 tower mid and push this down.
after if they want, maybe.
Down for 35. I don't know if they'll be able to do Roche. There should be a glyph available. There is. More lag coming out. Nice. This is tough. I still think this is a tough even push because of the bear, the radiance.
And look at
Jason.
Spirit. He's setting himself up here, but it looks like that'll be the end of that. Not even getting into tier 2, so.
Okay, so they lose Brax. They've lost a couple of heroes. They made a couple of mistakes. Shazam not quite coordinated to the best of their ability.
Yeah.
And Resolution should, after this creep wave and another, finally have his Radiance. And this game gets that much more dangerous. But here we go. Shazam smoke immediately into the Roche pit with everybody up. They know it. It's time for him to get an objective and to get back into this game. And they should take this pretty quickly with the bear. With MSS amp damage.
It's interesting. They actually he has a hood on his lone druid, and now he's getting a flat. So it wasn't the pipe, which would have been decent versus even Sand King or Lena, but who knows. But they will get a free Roshan here. No Spectre ult. We saw it use middle.
Yeah, so they can't even check with Haunt. Not that they would want to. Yeah. They're all congregating towards bottom DCR. And I don't know if they have a smoke or not. Doesn't matter. Roche is going to go down. The Age is going to be picked up by MSS. We've seen him lose that twice very quickly, so.
Yep, he needs to be a little more careful with it. We need to see our stuns being hit. We saw MSS lost his Aegis when he missed a stun behind the tier 1 middle, and then we saw Jason miss a stun bottom, maybe a little bit of the jitters.
By the way, they have the gem now for SPG. I'm not sure if you mentioned that.
I did not. That's good. They needed that. Now, and look at, there's no wards on the map for Radiant right now besides one in their own jungle.
They Moonlight Shadowed for DC, and they will not find anything with it.
Smart. I think they thought after they got Aegis they'd try to play aggressive, but Shazam?
Well, they needed to push out the waves. You saw there was a line being drawn from Darkseer that said, Brax is like, listen, get mid pushed out, get top pushed out. We could go for that tier 1 tower. We could take a fight for the tier 2 mid. Let's look for a pick or something. They just want to get those lanes pushed across the river more than anything at this point. And they also have to defend the tier 1 tower bottom, which is dead. They're going to glyph it before it goes down, but it's going to die regardless.
Yeah, we all will get more gold. Blink, he now has his Yules. Now he can set up, save himself. The Syllabear can't just root him and kill him, which is super good now.
He could still get stun locked without a BKB.
Yeah, he could. The problem is if you commit a lot to Weehaw, he'll just respawn and boot to travel back in with how much Bloodstone he has.
And they're taking a pretty good trade at this point. The tier 2 tower getting blown up, 3 range creeps, Weehaw with huge Fiery Soul attack speed. I think they're taking it fast forward. There's obviously a glyph here, this tier 2 tower. How far are you willing to push if you're Shazam? Do they ward up where there's another ward already spotted? And it's a tier 2 tower gone, so they pretty much have to commit to a tier 2 now.
Yep. MSS just sitting there, Ion Shell on, ready to do damage.
How does that have vision? I guess it just is daytime? Must be.
And tower goes down, so tier 2 for tier 2, interesting. Still a slow play game. 3 heroes in this game have not died yet.
Jason's going to ward again on another spot that's already warded, I believe. Yeah, they know that it's there. Yep. So both of those wards are going to get countered. Jason probably should have centered that before warding.
Yep, or they had the gem, but oh, they get out at least. Wow, that was very close. We see Sand King and Lena blinking forward, but they lose the ward. At least they didn't lose their life, I guess.
Yeah. Resolution now still working on getting up there in terms of farm. Weehaw keeping even with the lone druid, so both mids having an extraordinarily good game. I think either of them have died. Yeah. TC's literally not been involved in like a single kill, but DC have somehow a almost 7,500 net worth advantage at this point. And a lot of that just comes from those 3 heroes, 2 of which are cores, the other being that support Misery Mirana.
Yeah, and you see the top 5 net worth. You have Lena and Silver so far above everyone else, and then just all Radiant heroes right there.
And they're going to smoke up and look for a fight. They feel as if their power curve is pretty good. Moves into tree line. The arrow's going to come through. It's not going to hit, but mostly a scouting arrow at this point. The tier 1 will be taken down. We'll see if they want to actually go for something. With the wave pushing in as far as it is, I doubt DC will go for something in this instance.
TC has his might up on his bear. He wants to use it. He wanted to go use it like on a creep wave, but he's like, wait, I see spells being used.
This is a 9-6 game. Dear Lord.
And it's not like they haven't been, well, they haven't been fighting, but they've been around each other. They're just splish pushing towers. Neither team wants to take a fight because, I mean, Vacuum Wall could change it. Spectre, Radiance, Epicenter. There's a lot of big team fights.
Starstorm's Misery now is a Blink Dagger. That Midas is paying off so huge.
And look at Moo. Moo is setting up right now. This could be.
Oh, the Spirit. Oh, they're going to see him with it. No, they clipped it. They didn't sack it. They didn't ping him out. They don't know that he's there. Oh, they didn't get the vision that they needed. But the Stomp going to come in onto Weehaw. He's going to use himself. Misery might be the target they go for. Good Burrow Strike initiation, but the back wall coming through. And there's the Epicenter coming out. Excuse me, the Haunt as well. They're going to get off the Aegis. It's going to be 2 down. I don't even know what happened. There's a slideshow pretty much while that fight happened. There's going to be the Dragon Slave. They're going to back up. They lose the Aegis. They will get Weehaw out in time. Resolution's Haunt not doing much other than getting the kill on the Lion. And somehow, Brax's vacuum wall is enough to deter them. I don't even think they got the epicenter off. I think he was trying to use it, but in the end couldn't get it quite there. They had to stomp on top of that. There were so many different spells being used, and it was just like a slideshow while that happened.
Yeah, what I saw was Jason blinked in, and right as he did, Moo blinked in. And
so it was like a double Earth Spike? Or?
Yeah, it was like, well, Jason didn't even get his off. That was crazy. He didn't cast one spell. He got stunned up, but then Brax came in right after him and vacuumed, I think, 4 of them, actually. And it was a huge vacuum wall. And,
yeah.
Oh, they're chasing.
Yules is going to come out. SVG looks like he'll be the martyr. No, he has a gem, and they're not going to go for him.
They see Brax there. They see everyone there. They're kind of scared, but
I would be too. They're going to back away. The Guardian Groove's now up. SVG has the trail behind him. How far are they willing to chase? He could TP out here at some point. Well, like he can. It's on cooldown. He just used it.
They have the gem, though.
Go.
They have the gem and the sentry. And they just back up. So a 1 fight for Shazam. I think it was a 2 for 2, but only 1 death because MSS had the Aegis, and they got a tier 2.
This lag is suddenly becoming a nuisance.
What's going on? I thought we weren't perfect world, but
no, I don't know.
Classic America.
And it is MSS going for the BKB, by the way, which we talked about earlier.
That's smart. We saw he got almost permist on that fight. I don't know how he lives so long with that Aegis too, and he doesn't even have that many items, but when he gets that, it could be gigantic. And Hood now on Elder Titan, so we just have random hoods everywhere. No pipes, just hoods on everyone.
Yeah, this is...
We might actually see a pipe coming out on Elder Titan. That feels like a better pipe candidate than the Bear spending money on it.
Yeah, that just seems like a waste for TC to have. I mean, he wanted it early, and he did get it early, and it's going to help him survive. I mean, he's never been in a position that was really that detrimental. Like, he's always been out of the fight for the most part. They've never been able to kill him.
Exactly. No magic damage being put on him. His Bear doing good as well. Almost got his AC up in about, let's say 1,400. I don't know. My math is definitely, it's somewhere.
Don't talk to me about math. I don't want to talk about that right now. It's like the worst
good
thing for me to do. I'm math illiterate. DC is going to set up top looking for a kill. They know that someone's going to come up here and farm this.
But they might wait in the base. Or yeah, they can just, luckily it can long range push with these spirits too.
He's going to keep sending it out. Did he end up getting that 8th lens again? No. He's going to have the headdress. He's going to go for the pipe like we talked about.
And I think that's a big one. Like for that last fight, they got 3-man stunned by Moo. That would have just been completely taken away. Dragon Slave gone. Both those spells wouldn't have done anything. And we see a scan coming out from Dire.
Yeah, they won't find anything. They are very scared of something being set up. DC's probably going to smoke here or MLS. Now they're going to smoke. And Resolution's going to bait in front. Oh, my lord. This could be huge for Digital Chaos. Brax is sitting in the trees. He's like waiting for a blink vac initiation onto Resolution. Please don't lag while this happens. I would not like that. They're going to just sit behind him or around him and look for a bait target. Brax is here alone. There are other heroes coming in both Jason, and they're going to find at least him. The smoke is going to break. SVG's going to get used up. There's the Moonlight Shadow. The Haunt will come through, and looks like they're going to find Jason first. They're going to Laguna Blade the other target at SVG. That's the gem gone. Big fight for DC. Good gank. And they actually do get Brax out. He TP's away in time, realizing that, well, that's not going to be fun if I get caught.
Yeah, it was interesting. It feels like just in the first game, Brax likes sitting in the jungle hidden away, but if you have something like a ward seeing you, or you have a Spectre who can just ult and find where you at, it's not always the best idea. And now we see a Spectre is starting to get farm. This is when it starts getting good for DC. We see a Lone Druid still farms, but I mean, Spectre just wins late game.
Yeah, I think so too. And it's not even just the Spectre, it's the multiple cores. Murata is turning herself into a core. She is a core at this point. We don't even need to talk about Weehaw. He's going to have his BKB soon.
Yeah, he's yoked out.
This DC squad, they're finding farm where Shazam are not. TC's taking a lot of the map, and they just don't have any other chances. Jason now getting counter-initiated. Was a bait the entire time. Misery's going to come in with a Starstorm. Now Moo's going to get stunned up with a Southern Crush. They blow up Misery. Vacuum wall. Moo's in trouble. Can they bring him down? They get off the grave in time. The Earth Splitter coming through, catches onto 2. And Moo, he's going to try to burrow strike out, and he will make it away, but the Radiance Burn just in range to get the kill. Bring him down. They'll find a further kill with MSS jumping onto Dazzle, who got caught out at the tail end there. Shazam finally get their first good fight in what seems like 10 to 15 minutes, Grant.
Yep, that was pretty much perfect for him to defend the tower, and I think that's the hesitation between a super big tier 1 team. We saw Jason blinked in and hexed, and Moo just immediately reacted. I don't think that was the right thing. Like, all he did was blink it and stun a Lion. Like, what does that do for him? Like, if he would have just waited a few seconds, like, oh, Misery's in trouble, but maybe I can get a double stun.
That was like a bait of a bait almost.
Yeah, it did. It was a good initiation by Jason. Usually it'd be a good initiation by Moo, but oh my goodness.
They're just going straight up. They want this tier 3 tower. They want some pressure. They're going to try to force the buyback, of which Moo does not have one. There's no haunt for 16.
Look at this. Look at that tower.
Lena is going to have to do some work here. They pop the glyph. They know that's down, and they're going to probably back after this. They Guardian Greaves up, Surge away, Brax blinks away. Resolution can't find the dagger. And Roche will respawn by the time they get back to the base. It's up in about 20 seconds. 28 to be exact. Thank you, Roche timer added by Valve.
Thank you. Bear. What does Bear get now?
Does he have his AC already?
Yeah, he does. That's what that tower melted quick. They won that team fight. I like that Moo got up to the uphill, and like that last tick of Radiance when he was trying to run near the secret shop, like the last tick of Radiance killed him. He would have lived, I think.
What do you get? What do you get on the Bear in this situation? I'm trying to think.
You might just get a damage. You might.
Maelstrom to push out waves? I don't know.
That's possible. You might see a
MKB
Majol
against the Radiance?
Majol or MKB. I think it's one of the other.
He could get Abyssal theoretically if you want to lock down like the Weehaw Lena, or there's so many slippery heroes on both sides.
Yeah. Like now he does have the hood on his Spirit Bear. He hadn't for a little bit. Now he does.
Get that Spirit Bear to be tankier.
That is tanky Spirit Bear indeed.
Okay, so Roche is up. I think they might have had the courier over there. Moonlight Shadow's going to come out. MLS are going to sit behind the creep wave down to that bottom lane. Yeah. Blink as well as Force Staff down for Moo.
This might be an initiation on somebody.
They have a gem. They have a gem on SVG, but Brax is way
They
far
already
up.
ran away. Oh,
Misery, it's out. The MLS is out. He's going to blink away in time, and they're going to head out of here.
But Moo's getting spotted now. They're
MSS Surge up. He's going to be able to blink in just a moment here. He's looking for Misery. He's going to find him. Misery in trouble. Gets used up immediately. Here comes the Haunt. Back wall onto 2. Earth Splitter's going to be on top. Moo's going to get blown up. So is Misery. He gets off the grave, luckily, but still goes down. Nobody dead for Shazam. Resolution trying to get out. Fingered. Blasted by Jason. 3 dead, and they're looking for more. They have to TP away with DC, and they're going to take their winnings in Roche. They've earned it. What a fight from Shazam. Great Earth Splitter, SVG. This guy is a goddamn player, Grant.
Dude, this guy, I don't know. SVG, man. That was like his. Oh my God! What a hero, dude. That's just what an insane fight. This is crazy. Right when we talk about Bear's super late game, but we talk about Spectre finally getting his items. This is when he starts moving uphill, and then we see 2 perfect fights by Shazam and Earth Splitter. The disarm through BKB, all of that. It's SVG, man. SVG is the savage, as his name is.
He's very good. He is indeed savage. Yeah. I would agree with that completely. Weehaw continues to survive with 21 Bloodstone charges, but
I mean, he can split push into it, and he's doing a good job split pushing. Like, they're going straight through middle. They have to be careful. Brown's here.
Oh, Jason. Oh, no, he missed. He missed, Jason. You almost saw him. If you had walked up to the right a half second more, you would have known.
Yep.
You have to walk all the way back to mid. 2-man crush from MSS. Toxa getting actually stunned up with the bashes. The Gouda Blade will come out. He's got the Aegis. Back comes in. Savage Roar as well. They want to push back. They don't want to engage here. Misery taking some Radiance Burn. Weehaw looking for more. Yules will come out. He gets gripped with the BKB. Now they're looking for the F damage. Weehaw, he won't get denied. He'll go down to the Slardar with a big bash hit coming through. They'll pick up the gem, and they'll back together. They've got their winnings. He's back up in 8 seconds. They know they don't want to fight back into that, even without the BKB available. No Haunt, still down for 15. No Epicenter was used, so they know those abilities are still off cooldown.
They might continue pushing.
They have wall. They do have wall.
They do have wall. Pipes up in 25
Earth
seconds.
Splitter. They all of that, and they have a cheese on the Lone Druid too. You might even just give that to MSS if he goes down. But
Bear has Demon Edge now, so he is going the MKB.
Okay.
Perfect versus Radiance, obviously, and just pushing, and he does damage.
Shazam have brought it back in terms of net worth. It is even now. That graph has dipped down so quickly, and it continues to drop even further.
This is insane. Shazam and DC has already turned out to be everything I've always hoped for.
Yes, this is the series we wanted, Grant.
This is the series, and there it is.
There's the pipe. Brax is going to get hit with an arrow. I don't think they're going to go on this.
There's no way they can. With pipe on everyone else.
The thing is, the pipe is going to go down pretty soon. They have to make good use of it. It's already down on the Spirit Bear with a Radiance Burn going to work. And look at the damage on that ranged Rax. He chunks through it, and he's going to take it down in another hit. He avoids the LSA, and he's going right to that melee Rex. It might be a full set of Rax now coming out for Shazam. MSS looking to go for a stun. Their arrow is actually going to hit on him. He actually walks into it. Now there's going to be the Yules on the Spirit Bear. Takes down 2 more right clicks to get it. He's low, not dead yet. Jump in, stun onto 2. Burrow strike, counter initiate. MSS still has that Aegis. They've gotten the racks. They don't need anything else. Now vacuum wall onto 3. Pop the BKB for Weehaw, but it's already too late. They have to buy back on 2. Shazam in heavy retreat. However, Resolution gets stunned up. Will they turn? There's the Grave coming out from Misery. MSS going to get caught. There's going to be the Aegis going down. At Misery shoots out an arrow and looking for a hit. Can't find anything. Shazam are going to reinitiate, coming out looking for that stomp. They get away in time. They'll find it onto Weehaw. He has to use himself. Coming back in his move. Epicenter onto SVG as well as the Bear. But another Earth Splitter in Resolution. Solo has to get graved up, but the stun onto 2. Moo will go down. Vacuum back in onto Weehaw. 3 dead. It's going to be a 4th if they can catch Weehaw. He's going to look for a stun. He'll catch almost everybody. He's into the base, but they have now opened up the entire bottom lane for them to go for. This might be 2 sets of racks grid and might be GG as well. Whew.
Mike, oh my, Shazam does it. TC he's just played perfectly his last 2 games. Everyone on their team's played perfectly. And Jay said, I want to get a shout. He glimmer caped, I believe, himself and got Laguna. So he dodged the Laguna, like Weeaw's main source of damage pretty much, and
just gone.
That was insane. And the vacuum wall crush. Brax and MSS, they were on point right there. It was a 3-man vacuum.
They're not going to take it. They're not going to go without a creep wave, and it's not there yet. The mid wave is coming in just a moment here. They're fighting that last range creep. It's backdoor protected for a moment here. Well, maybe not. It's going down pretty quickly.
See you later, range Brax.
Yeah, that's gone. And they might just back now. Up in 6 seconds is going to be the Sand King. They don't want to go for anything too fast. They'll find the Yules on the SVG. They can counter-initiate. They already used the Guardian Creeps. Walls on cooldown for 10.
They're just too scared. They're scared of this Bear. Not only that, this Bear, oh my god.
Weehaw walks up. The Earth Spike's going to go through. They're going to force him back. Stomp will miss. The Crush comes out. Weehaw will go down for 33. He's got buyback, though, and he has to use it.
Yep.
But Bloodstone charges are falling quickly, and he's at 10 now. Everybody backing away from Shazam, happy with what they've accomplished. The game is not over yet, but they are in a extraordinarily solid position.
This is insane. Look at the net worth from 6,000 to over 14,000 lead now for Shazam. I can't believe it. Now MKB up on the Bear, plus he has buyback. He just made like 8,000 gold that fight. Like that long extended mid to bottom fight.
Yeah, he's rich. He is filthy freaking rich.
This is, I can't believe this.
His
now
Bear
it's
does
Shiva's.
so much damage to that freaking Rax, man.
I think he like 6-shot the ranged Rex. And now they have even more. They have the Shivas up on
Wait, do they have
now.
2 pipes?
They do.
We have 2 pipes, no big deal.
The double pipe, we take those.
Does that, so the aura, how does this actually work? Like, because you can't use both at the same time, obviously.
I think you can use one after another, though.
You can, so it's not like mech. It's not like
a mech. I do not believe. I could be wrong, but I guess we're gonna find out each other. I've never seen a 2-pipe team before. I don't think anyone has in a while.
Stomp. Oh, Soxon, no, no, you've been scouted by my friend. Brax is going to walk in. The arrow is not even going to hit. Oh, it does hit. He walked into it. I don't think they can really fight this.
Wow.
He blows up to TC's, I don't know, something. Lone Druid, his Radiance Burn, I suppose, as the natural order's up. Hex the illusion.
Oh, both illusions gone. All right.
Give me that Hex. Give me that Mana Drain. Get those illusions out of here. Top is getting pushed in by Weehaw and Moo.
That is smart by them, making them maybe commit to defense top, or they just lose
They can just go for the Rax bottom. They go for the tier 4s.
Oh, they have to defend.
They really do. They can't try to find a
especially because they remember earlier Jason almost stopped Weehaw. He was 1 second earlier.
Yes.
He almost stopped in TP, and they're like, we don't want that to happen. And
Yules comes out.
Mailer X is dead.
Look how scared Weehaw is. He blinks all the way back to the fountain just to make sure he doesn't get caught by an MSS initiation. Just trying to deny that, Rax. No, I don't think so.
Might as well. I mean, it's going to go down, denying 300 gold, but can't quite get it.
Good effort from Shazam so far. And right now, their net worth is 15, almost 20K at 43 minutes. The game is not over yet, but they are one solid team fight away from a victory here, Grant.
There is a Spectre. You can never count out a Spectre no matter what, but Elder Titan has been the answer.
Yes.
Earth Splitter is
That is banned out every game from here on out in this tournament, I think, regardless if Dragon will play it or not.
Yeah, that's just insane.
Here comes DC's maybe last gasp smoke. This can extend the game, or it could go horrifically wrong and just end it right there.
Are they going to run through the scan?
Scan?
Or the scan is? Oh, it's actually Radiant scan.
That's a Radiant scan.
No, it is.
Oh,
it was a dire
did they do a dire scan
They
as well
both saw each other.
They're going to go right in. Vacuum, it's going to hit on it too. The Crush comes out as well. Sox and Misery will blow up instantly. You've got it back now. Now the Epicenter comes in. Will it do enough? It's a lot of damage with the Guardian Greaves. Keep him fighting fit. They're going to chase him down with the Bear. Slowed up. He's got blinking a little bit, but he's not going to get it off. There's going to be the usage of the Iron Shell. 3 dead. They're chasing after another hero. Weehaw has to pop the BKB and TP out, and it looks like it might just be the push down mid to get the tier 4s to end this game, Grant. Another another huge team fight victory coming out. They lose SVG. They don't give a damn at this point.
They don't, I can't believe it was. They both scanned each other, but you know, Brax was like, "Fuck it, let's just go in." He just links in, Shivas vacuums them without having vision of them.
That was
just
it was blind. It was a blind vacuum.
Yeah, it was. They saw it. I can't believe they scanned each other, and they both just ran at each other.
All right, this is it. This is the colossal fight that determines the game. And MSS is not done yet. He finds Weehaw, no BKB. He heals himself, but it's only creating space for the bear to go to work. Vacuum back in. They won't get the entangle coming out from the Spirit Bear, and they're going to go to work on at least this Rex, this Melee Rex. They're going to use the LSA on him. They're looking for more. Jason jumps all the way in. He's got Finger, I believe. It's out of mana, though. He can't get it off. It's how the Diffuser Blade actually went. The Ghost Scepter. They'll take down the Melee Rex. The Bear's in trouble, though, getting hit, and he's going to have to hightail it out of there. They'll take the Bear. They have it resummoned, but it is almost 1 Rex away from full Megas for Shazam.
That is just... What a game. It looked like DC was pushing. Weehaw was, what, like 10-0, something like that, and they just... Shazam, they stayed calm, they stayed collected. The difference between a team, maybe like FDL, a little bit younger, a little bit less experienced than Shazam, they just said,
Shazam have been around the block, let's be honest here.
Jenny on the block, indeed.
You have, let's see, how many TI players do you have? I know MSS has played for...
Brax, MSS, TC, and then you have the two new guys.
Yeah, so TC Liquid for TI3, I believe TI4 as well.
Yep.
You have Brax,
TI2
who's
as well,
LGD Int. Oh yeah, right. Can't forget Complexity, one of my favorite teams.
Brax on Narvi 1,
yes.
TI4, as
and
well.
TI3 for LG to Int.
LG to Int, yeah.
Yeah, and then you have as
MSS
well as
on
MSS
Narvi
for
2.
Narvi 2 and Mouse Sports, although he didn't make it into the main event. So.
Yeah. Oh, Mouse Sports.
Oh, wait, no, they didn't make it to top 8, I should say.
Yeah.
Anyways, there is a lot of veteran presence is what I'm trying to say here. Yeah. Misery and, of course, Weehaw can't understate their performances and what they've done for this team, going pretty much undefeated up until this series. It is not over yet. They have a chance to come back with a big team fight combo. Spectre, like you talked about, a good Haunt, a good LSA, Laguna Blade to bring down one of those tankier heroes, which feels like an impossibility at this point. MSS with the heart of Taras now. You have the Lone Druid with a full pipe on his bear, not to mention a Bastard that he just picked up.
Yep, and I love Elder Time. He had BKB last fight as well, but this BKB on Elder Time pretty much secures that he's going to get a Shatter off, and they have to fight around it. The BKB heroes on DC have to fight around an Elder Titan ulti. That's how significant this hero is, and this Roshan's just history. And a sheep stick on Brax.
They have all the farm they need to win this game, and they are not done yet. Resolution, Moonlight Shadow, there's going to be the Earth Spike. They don't have the vision. They'll find it now. They get the Earth Spike correctly predicted, and there's the Epicenter. They want the counter initiate coming out. They'll only get it onto Brax, however. Resolution, he's going to get graved up. There's the Laguna Braid. They get off the Guardian Grid to keep him alive. They can't bring anybody down. Resolution will die to the Radiance Burn just about. They get the gem at least. Still, one dead only, and now Resolution will go down to that Radiance Burn as previously talked about. Weehaw's BKB buys back Haunts in, looking for more. Weehaw on the run. It's split out all over the map. SVG's looking for a stop. They leap away. They can't find it. Low. MSS trying to heal back up. His armlet toggle not there. He's got the Aegis. TC in trouble. He's got the cheese. There's the Burrow Strip. Can they bring him down? Yes, they can. But now the stun coming out from MSS. They'll at least get Misery. Buyback coming out from the Lone Druid. What a fight this is. MSS getting diffused up. Bashes up Resolution. It's a man fight. Gets another bash, but here comes the rest of the squad, and he'll fall. They buy back on the Lone Druid, which they didn't need to do, and all of a sudden not looking great for Shazam, and great fight for DC in the end.
Yeah, that's what they need to do. They did have to buy back on Resolution, and do they have the cheese is still up on Bear, though. But a one fight from DC, they had to use 2 buybacks, but it's completely worth it, and
they have to defend, though. They have to defend with Resolution.
Yes, they do, and all they have left is a ranged Barracks top lane, keeping them from mega creeps.
Yeah, it's the one thing that's keeping top sort of pushed out.
Yeah, and we have Sand King with the Aether Lens Aghanim Scepter now. That stun is, you can barely even see it on your map.
It's halfway across your screen pretty much.
It's pretty sick.
So that's good. That was a good initiation from Jason, but they just weren't really in position in time.
Yeah, and Brax just got... The thing is, Resolution could commit himself to killing Brax because he's like, I'm going to die anyways, but I can buy back, didn't use ult, and then ults after he buys back. It was a really smart play by Resolution, picking off Brax.
I feel like it comes down to, right now, the Lone Druid dying and buying back and Resolution dying and buying back. Whichever one dies first might be in trouble. Well, for DC, if Resolution dies, I think the game's over.
Yeah, exactly.
If Shazam loses the Lone Druid, I don't think the game's over.
But it's scary.
It's very scary at that point.
What do they want to do? Do they want to I still think Shazam can 5-man push with their double pipe vacuum wall. I think they want to. I don't think
They
they
really
play,
want that range Rex top.
and they don't play passive. That's the thing. You don't want to. Just because if you lose a fight, you lose, but you have the advantage. You got to play like you own it. You got to show it. And it looks like they are just gonna 5-man top smart. They're not gonna just farm. I enjoy that.
And they're gonna smoke up, and a Moonlight Shadow. The scan will connect. They don't know how close they actually are, though. Brax's smoke is going to break. He knows it. He's gonna get burrow struck, and now he's in trouble. The Haunt will come through the arrow as well. He's got the Guardian Greaves. He gets Lagoon, and he's down first. That's not good. No buyback. Down for 75 seconds. All of a sudden, DC are in a good position. They dodge the stun with Resolution's Manta style. Burrow strike in. There's the Earth Splitter, though. It's going to come out. Won't actually hit onto Resolution. Jason, he gets the finger off, but it's just not enough damage. They've lost 2. They've got to get out at this point. MSS about to get out. He avoids it. The Burrow strike just barely misses. He's in trouble. Slither Crush misses. He'll fall. He has buyback as well. DC went 2 fights in a row, and they're now in a good position to try to turn this game around.
And it was like that. You saw their scan did connect, like you said, but they didn't know how close they were, and the rest of the team was super close and just went on him. And Brax just lost 2 gems in a row. He died, and what? I feel like he should not be playing up front. He needs to be more in the back. He needs to be the vacuum wall counter initiator, and he got picked off twice in 2 fights, and this is hurting him.
Needs to be MSS. He's hard to kill. Brax, not so much.
Yeah, exactly.
By the way, the gem is still there. Whether or not they know that is
I don't think either of the teams, because Shazam.
a great team fight. They can't get anything out of it.
Yeah, but they get the kills out. And look at the gold. It's already going from 25,000 now to 15, so 10,000 gold swing already. This is quite the game of up and downs. But
Shazam just have to close.
it'd be sick if Slardar doesn't have to use a buyback here. That'd be huge. I think I'm surprised, and I don't think he's gonna have to. I'm surprised they're not making him.
Well, I don't know if they can.
Yeah,
it's really hard. He's not gonna have to buy back with Cliff now up. Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah.
So that sucks for DC that they get that great team fight. They can't get anything out of it.
Yeah, but they get the kills out. And look at the gold. It's already going from 25,000 now to 15, so 10,000 gold swing already. This is quite the game of up and downs. But
Shazam just have to close, and they're so close.
Yep. But they saw themselves 5-manning top, and DC saw it as well, and they just couldn't do anything about it.
Buyback status, 3 minutes still for just about both the Spectre as well as the Lone Druid.
Yep. And what are they doing now? Now I'm scared because Shazam they're still up like 15,000, but they might end up getting scared here, and they might just start playing passive, and that's not how you beat a Spectre.
I don't think they look to be grouping together top lane for now.
I think they still need to do that. They can't go away. They just need to play it a little bit smarter with those smokes, with everything. I think they need to rethink how they're doing it. Maybe let MSS go in front, not Brax.
This resolution hard has changed everything, I feel like, for DC.
That, and he has a Talisman of Evasion now, but the MKB on the Bear. But that means you have to focus the Bear on him, and they've been trying to kill Weehaw so much.
Yeah, Weehaw is contributing a lot. His stuns. This is kind of crazy. Roche is not up until another 3 minutes. It'll be a pretty early Roche, I believe, but that's still probably the critical point.
Yep.
Coming out for both of these squads. Scans should be back up pretty soon. I think DC has theirs. Shazam not lucky enough to have theirs. I don't know. Do you smoke up if you're Shazam? Do you even have one in your stock? Let's check.
Sure they do.
Oh, no, it's a minute for them. I don't think they have one on them either.
No, they do not.
So you have a minute before you can smoke up, and I think they're just trying to play together until that happens.
Yeah,
Moonlight Shadow, you can keep doing that.
Exactly. And this could be a Roche fight sometime. And look, they see where Jason and TC are. They have look, they're already TPing top.
Everyone's moving over there with the exception of SVG, who's somehow going back towards mid, or staying at least towards mid. They'll drop a ward down.
Oh,
Jason's going to get arrowed now. Will they try to go on this? The Haunt's going to come through. Resolution. He might be in trouble. The Hex will come through. The Earth Spike. He's in trouble. Can they bring him down the vacuum? He doesn't get graved, and he's going to fall, but still. Great Epicenter's coming out. Weehaw gets graved at the tail end. They'll lose line, but he's done his job at this point, and TC gets the entangle off, and that's Weehaw down for 50. He'll buy back immediately. Misery will bring no one down. I think they get away in time as he was trying to jump onto somebody. I think he blinked away.
There's no buyback on Spectre.
Resolution down for 90 seconds. He's got buyback up in 46, but he doesn't have the gold for it. They're going to get Megas here, I think, at the very least, and maybe the game.
If they see Spectre not buying back, they're just going to finish it here.
Yeah, the tier 4 is going to be next. Maybe they got to back up. Don't back up.
We're going to see a big defense coming from DC. No, they just back up. They're going to make. I'm surprised. I actually think Shazam should try to make him do anything. Maybe they're just going to wait for the next Roche to be specifically sure. But this is one of those things. It's game 3. One mistake and Shazam could lose, but they see the Spectre's not up, and they know his ult's not up. They had to use the ult to get into the fight.
I think maybe they wanted to wait for TC's buyback. He has it for 28 seconds. Yep. He's buying an Abyssal Blade. He's just about got it here.
Still has a cheese, too.
So, yeah, I think you wait for his buyback to be back up, and then you go, and you still have, like, maybe 10 seconds to try to go for another push and another fight.
Yeah, and he's bringing the Abyssal out right now. Oh, it's just crazy. If they knew for certain the Spectre didn't have buyback, and the gem's still chilling.
That gem's still there. They don't know. They pinged it out. They know that it's there. They see it. Brax is like, yes. Oh, my God. That's actually amazing.
It's like his lost son he finally found after all these years again.
My child.
And wow, they're still, I mean, the pressure's on. Like, DC has to push out every lane. I mean, Aghanim's run is really good for that. Actually, it doesn't do that much, but they have 2 pipes. If they just push with Mega Creeps in one lane with pipes, those creeps are going to kill you. Everything's going to kill you.
They have to finish, though.
Yep, exactly.
And what's going to be the deciding factor may be this Roche and this Roche fight that comes up with it, if it does happen.
Yep. That is insane.
Misery's very far out. He does have an Observer War to the AC. Jason is nearby. He's going to drop a sentry.
Oh, Jason has to be careful. Moo's coming up. Whoa, from downtown.
Are they got the Ghost Scepter if they need it. Oh, Moo might be in trouble. He's got Force Staff. Earth Spike. He was actually trying to just
Everyone's coming in, though.
Weehaw. I think they just back now for Shazam. There's the Moonlight Shadow. Remember that gem's up. Jason's about to fall. Guardian Greaves. Vacuum coming in. Earth Splitter. Resolution. Can he stay alive? They need a Grave Off. And he actually just gets destroyed by MSS. And Brax is still alive. He'll go down to the LSA, but they've lost Resolution again with no buyback. He's dead for 83. This must be it. This has to be it. Weehaw and Misery stunned up. Weehaw does get out with an LSA. There comes the stomp from SVG once again. The arrow coming through. The creeps are demolishing him, and they get off the stun with MSS, bringing him down for 68 seconds. He has no buyback. Tier 4s are the only thing left besides the huts, the Moonwells, if you will, and Shazam. They'll buy back in the darks here.
Brax realized.
He's just going to come into that Tier 3 tower and run all the way towards them in that base, and they will try to finish this off, and Shazam will try to upset DC, the favorites, who have not lost a single game or series in this tournament. MSS with a double stun, and Soxa gets blown up. The Abyssal on the move, and that is it. They GG out. DC, they are down to the lower bracket, and Shazam have punched the ticket to the grand finals here in the American qualifiers.
I can't believe we just saw, oh my goodness. And look at the gold experience. We're going back up in favor of DC, and then just 2 good fights by DC makes Shazam feel nervous, but Shazam manages to take another fight, and it just ends. The Resolution not having buyback 2 deaths in a row, I think, killed him, and Shazam, SVG Elder Titan, undefeated still. It's
natural order, man. At the end of that game, when he had natural order and they had that wall down, he evaporated. He was there 1 second. I didn't see him. I'm like, is he dead? Did somebody did another hero come in and snowball save him or a disruption? No, he just died.
He just instantly died. And that Lone Druid 1 death. That means TC had 1 death in the last 2 games. That's it.
Is an impressive scoreline for the terrific carry himself, the top Canadian Tyler Cook. TC playing an absolutely outstanding game, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be it for Grant and I for now. Shazam will move on to the grand finals. Digital Chaos, they have a chance at redemption up against Dragneel, a team they 2-0'd handedly earlier in convincing fashion. So that's pretty interesting stuff. We'll see if Dragneel can come out and have the better game this time, the better series this time. Probably not likely, but we'll see if we get this similar matchup. If we get a best of 5 of this series,
that is insane.
I'm down. I think anybody's down.
And it shows that the immortal Titan known as DC, 11-0, is no longer unbeatable.
That's
We've
right.
seen the weakness in him. Shazam has found it. And we'll see what Dragneel, maybe if Dragneel can somehow beat DC, do you know what would be? I don't know what happened with my world.
It would be another case of, unfortunately, Europeans not making it through the American qualifiers despite being super talented and having such a good team and having a lot of cool people on it. So with that, we are going to head on out of here. My name is Mott. With me is Grant Wepas on Observing, and we will see you guys next time. We have Dragneel versus DC coming up. I'm not sure who's casting that one, but Grant, myself, and Foggs will be here for the grand finals. See you guys then.